Hopefully, being safe to say this, I do believe that Anbernic is a household name in emulation community. What's good about them that they make devices not just handheld, but if you have the right supplies, you can have a very decent retro console that could be played on a modern TV or monitor. So if you're a person that wanted to play old console games like NES, Genesis, SNES, Sega CD, TurboGrafx-16, and even in lots of areas, PS1, all in one device, plus have your nostalgic handheld fix, you're covered. Anbernic devices play all those consoles in one on your big screen TV. Don't get me wrong, of course you can be a game hunter and get the original consoles and be good. I'm talking about the ones that don't want all that. They only want the power of a decent handheld to play retro games on them, and on them late nights, weekends, they want to relax, grab a Bluetooth controller, and get nostalgic playing games like NES, Old Adventures of Link. So where I'm heading with this? With so many Anbernic handhelds that flip out like hotcakes, do you think Anbernic need another handheld yet? That's my question. Well, here we are, RG40XXH. We know the specs, and there are tons of reviews out there, so I'm not going to get too much into it. If you have the RG35XXH, it's basically the same. The only difference is with this one, it's just a 4-inch screen, and the battery is kind of smaller than the RG35XXH. This one right here is using a 32 milliamp hour battery, and the RG35XXH is using a 3300. Okay, am I complaining? No, because I love the color and the design with the RGB analog. Looks so super cool. I'm going to do something a bit different, which is my favorite thing to do. Okay, so because I'm figured that you guys like, there's plenty of reviews out there, so I'm just gonna do something. I don't know. I'm going in another direction with this one. This is where I'm just gonna do this one. Okay, let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. There's going to be a small change in this video from my original goal, but I feel it's an awesome change. Okay, here's the plan. Since this is another common handheld with the same chipset with some of the other devices that's flipping out in a series of hotcakes that I mentioned earlier, we're going to experience this setup on here. And what I mean, my goal is to try all the emulators on here with the original settings that they have set up, okay? Well, not all the emulators. I'll get to that in a sec. I'm using the library. Try one game from each emulator. There's a few emulators I'm not going to test out. I figured they should work fine. Setups like Game & Watch, Poke, or I don't know if you want to call it Poke or Peak. I don't know. V Arcade, because I'm going to be testing out quite a few arcade setups. Pico 8. I really just want to use my own library, and my goal is to use what's provided on this SD card. So I don't want to mess with Pico 8. CPS 1. That's the only one I'm going to use. CPS 2 and 3 will just be a waste of more time, and I don't want to waste you guys' time. And no way, shape, or form I'm going to be in the game rooms tab. We should all know that that's a no-no. I'm still wondering why we still get this. Anyway, the change up is I'm not going to be playing. My youngest daughter asked, can she try? And who am I not to let them experience the awesome history of our childhood? All right, you guys, my old school gamers, this is a big win for us. They're not asking for touchscreen pads and Fortnite. Wait, classic gaming? You got my vote. All right, let's game up. Now, what I mean about Fortnite and touchscreen like pads and stuff like that, I have nothing against them. I really don't. But and also I'm not really saying that they're like trying to put them like in competition with each other. I'm not saying that. To me, history is history, and that's how I look at it. Because and just to be able to see everyone to be able to experience history is so I mean, you can still play your Fortnite, you can still play your Among Us and stuff like that. They can still play the Roblox. That's fine. I just feel like, you know, experiencing like some of the originals like DOS and stuff like that from the beginning, just to see how, you know, just to see like from and learning how like the history was like even put together. And that's how I look at it. I'm just looking at it like that. When you see like they trying out some of the arcades that they don't really get a chance to see no more. They don't get a chance to, you know, like how it is, like there's certain places in certain cities or certain states where they have like big underground arcades. I've seen them online, and they really like focused up on old school like arcade. I mean, the nitty gritty. And I'm not talking about arcade 1-up. I'm talking about the old school, I don't know if you want to call it the CRT TVs, and all its glory to the max. And to be able to experience this and see them experiencing like these consoles, and the even like MSX, I never even experienced like the actual console itself, but even myself playing it or trying it out is like a win because I love the history of it. And sometimes if I look online or something like that, I may be able to like land on that console and see if I can like, you know, and really put that history back together if it's like maybe broken or needs some repairs or something like that. And I just love it. And that's what makes the hobby that I love. So, and to see this on, you know, to be able to play it on your handheld, on the go, or just like I said, you plug it up to like a monitor or a TV, play these classic games. And there's so many consoles like built on these devices, and they play well. I really don't have no, and to see like they have an option of using the analog, and they have the option of using the TV. So whichever that's comfortable for them, and to be able to do that. And in some of these handhelds, they actually have it to where you can plug up a keyboard. And you know how cool that is to see that? That is amazing. It is truly an amazing concept. And I love it. And it's not just like these type of like handhelds like Anbernics. Don't get me wrong, because I'm a big fan of Pal Kitty. I'm a big fan of like, you know what I'm saying, the Retro Pocket. Those are amazing. And even some of the ones, the no-name ones. I mean, let's not put them out in the equation, because the no-name handhelds, sometimes they can pack a little bit of power too. They have some built-in secrets. What about the games? Okay, as we was looking through the library of games, it's there, don't get me wrong, they is missing a lot of good titles. I mean, for prime example, we was playing the Mega Drive, which is practically is the Sega Genesis, but we was actually looking for Aladdin on Sega Genesis. They did not have it. They had it on the Game Gear, but they did not have it on the Sega Genesis. And to me, I was just like, dang, man, it's missing a lot of titles. And I will probably figure that a lot of titles, like, you know, of course, like the Marios, they don't want to put those in there. So you kind of just got to know and add your own library. But if you get like those like hard drives, like those Ken and Hanks or something like that, and you say for instance you ain't able to find those type of games, or you can't find those games online, you're having a hard time, get one of those. I mean, seriously, they have all the games, they're there, and you just copy them. And I always say that in all my videos anyway, because that's just like, to me, it's the biggest secret. It's awesome. It's amazing to see these classics, to relive those magic moments of gaming. And I love it. Now I just as I'm looking right here, we have the Aladdin on the Super, or the Super Famicom, what they want to call it. It's on here, but we couldn't get the Sega Genesis. So, and I'm just like, I didn't really look to the library like too crazy, because we was just trying to find like some game that was basically familiar, that was fun, that's like, you know, from here on. I just like, you know, and it's awesome. And of course, that, just like I said, you could add your own library. It has an extra slot for your games, maybe media like movies, your music. You can do a lot of things. You can change out a lot of things if you wanted to. I haven't got into the whole like seeing everything on the back end yet, to switch everything out. I'm hearing that Mu UI can be installed on here. I'm not sure, but I'm going to be probably testing out some stuff a little bit later on. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments if you want to just switch some things out. But at this point in time, I'm just doing this whole stock thing. But we're going to switch some things up, and we're going to go right to the screen. So we got it set up on the capture device so that way you guys can see. And just like I said, you can hook this up to a big screen. It uses it on the top. It has a like a mini HDMI, so that way you can set this up on your big screen that has a regular HDMI. Now, there's one thing I wanted to say, and I really haven't had any problems with other handhelds of Anbernic doing this, but I did try to use my Xbox Series controller over Bluetooth and to try to use it, and it did not work. I just wanted to get that fair warning out, but if you guys figure out a way to fix it, because it just couldn't connect. Maybe it could have been my unit, I'm not sure, but at the same time I was trying to plug it up and it kept disconnecting. I don't know what was going on. Now there's been times I have went ahead and used the C-type on top and basically plugged up like a dongle, and that works sometime. I haven't got a chance to test that out yet, as of yet. So but I'm not going to probably go too deep or too far into it to where that I'm going to be like, oh yeah, let me go try this, let me try this, because this is like, to me, is considered as a basic, a basic decent handheld that for, saying if you wanted to like get started on maybe doing your own library of games and just installing your own stuff and just keeping it simple. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying anything. I mean, because there's probably going to be more ideas to come out with this particular handheld. There's going to be more things that's going to be popping up, and it's probably already been popping up already. But at the same time, I feel that there's so many other handhelds that's a lot stronger for me to like go ahead and like be doing like even more of, I'm saying, going through all of the mileage of just making sure that the Bluetooth controller is working, this is that and that. I'm not going to go through all that. I'm not, but I'm controlling it. Well, my daughter's controlling it right now using the, just using it plugged up from the HDMI all the way into the monitor. So that way we can play it like this using the capture device. But I feel that it's still great, because the whole point of me even talking about this is to be able to have like both types of like ideas going on, where you can play handheld and you can have it to where it's like a console experience. And that's where I was going with it. But as we was doing this filming, we found out about the Bluetooth controller, so that's just like that's just kind of sucks. But it's okay. We're not tripping. We still gaming up. We're still, just playing and like just having fun, because it is fun and it looks good, and it's and even the setups that you've seen, like all the way down to the handheld from when we was playing our handheld, there's been the filters already set up. There's the bezels, everything is going on to where you actually seeing like all the good stuff, to where you could feel in that whole nostalgia seat on your handheld, taking it to go, plug it up to any screen, getting down. Because if we do have that Bluetooth capability, the question is, and I mean, and if you guys test this out, please let me know in the comments, so that way we can all help each other. If you guys was able to use a certain Bluetooth controller, if it's 8-bit DOE, something like that, just let me know. And how many controllers can you plug up at the same time? Can we get 2 players? Can we get some couch co-op going on? That's what I would like to know, because those are like some of my questions. But I mean, I ain't gonna dig into it to keep trying, but I just want to know if you guys figured it out. All right, you guys, there you have it. This looks amazing. Great handheld to have to where you just on the go. Just overall beautiful handheld, and the color of this handheld is amazing. It's so fun. It's something that you pop off. It's real catchy on the eyes. The RGB analogs is really cool to be playing like some of your favorite games and stuff like that, and to be able to play 64, so you have the analog right there. You equipped for everything you need to really get nostalgic, and that's what's cool. All right, guys, and with that being said, I'm gonna be out, yo. If you guys made it this far, I truly appreciate it. Let me know if you guys just decide you want to get this one, or you guys want to go ahead and you already got the other one, the 35XX RG40XXH. Let me know. Let me know which one that you think that's probably gonna be good, or maybe just like don't want to get none and just wait for a full-fledged upgrade. All right, you guys. And from Gaming to Gamer, thanks for watching.